Seniors, y'all need to make sure you find the time to go down to Vicky's office and pick up some of the scholarship forms. There's a lot of scholarships available right now, but the deadlines are coming soon, so you need to make sure you get in a hurry about it. Scholarships are very important. Even if they're small, they add up. Colleges are really expensive, and you need to make sure that you get all the scholarships you can, so when you graduate, you're not left with a lot of debt. Thank you.
Attention seniors, KGI money needs to be turned in by February 15th.
The Kentucky Farm Bureau will be rewarding scholarships to students eligible. You must have a 23 ACT score and a 3.5 GPA. See Vicky for more details.
Alright guys, the last blood drive here at Betsy Lane High School will be held on February the 8th. We need plenty of ends to come out because it's our last one, and if enough people come out, the Kentucky Blood Center will actually give a scholarship here at Betsy Lane High School, and there'll be a drawing held for it. So we need to make sure plenty of y'all come out, and it's a great cause. I mean, the blood goes to local hospitals and stuff here in Kentucky, and they really need it. I've heard the number before, and it's crazy how much blood they use every single day in these hospitals. And you never know when you yourself or one of your loved ones could be hurt and need a blood transfusion. So it's an amazing thing to do to help your community, get community service hours, a scholarship come to your school. So why wouldn't you do it? Please come out February 8th, get signed up. Thank you guys.
We have interviewed Ms. Sumner about the academic team and the successes that they've had this year. This is what she had to say.
Okay, so academic team basics, when you compete, there's pretty much two things that we do. We have quick recall, which is like a fast-paced, you're asked a question, you have 5 seconds to respond, and there are questions about English and math and science and some pop culture and everything like that. And we also have written tests, so you compete by taking an exam or writing an English competition, and the areas are composition, language arts, social studies, science, and math. So that's your rundown on academic team, what kind of things you do. The meets are really fun. They're pretty much all day usually. On Saturday mornings we have quick recall in the morning. You play lots of rounds of that, and then you test as well before that. So academic team basics. To join the team, pretty much, I don't know, not any major requirements besides you want to do well, you're willing to study on your own, and you like working with others. We practice 3 times a week for 2 hours after school, so the time commitment is not too significant, but that's pretty much it, I guess.
Seniors, State Farm will be giving away 50 scholarships priced at $2,500 each. You must have at least a 2.5 GPA to apply. See Vicky for more details on this scholarship.
Seniors, we need you to bring in pictures from kindergarten up, preferably with multiple students in them. We will be using this for our senior video at graduation. Please bring them in to Vicky on a flash drive, or you can email them to her.
Alright guys, the Appalachian Wireless Scholarship is currently on the desk in Carol's office. You're going to go pick that up. It is a $1,000 scholarship. Some requirements that you need to be your parent or guardian needs to be an Appalachian Wireless customer. You need to have a 2.5 GPA. So go check it out guys. Thanks. This week on Bobcat Broadcast, we're going to be spotlighting the girls basketball team. It's towards the end of the girls' season. They currently have 10 wins, 3 of those wins being in district. Been having a pretty good season. They have scored a total of 1,215 points this season. Been a good year, and we're hoping that they'll do great in the district tournament coming up soon. Here's some footage that we got talking to the girls, some pictures that have happened throughout the season. So, thank you. Okay, we're here today with Betsy Lane High School senior ball player Alex Sisko. I'm going to ask you, how do you feel with district tournament coming up in a few weeks?
I feel very confident going into district tournament.
You think that your team has improved from now since the beginning of the season?
We've improved a whole lot since the beginning of the season. We're more confident in each other, and we take on our own responsibilities, and we become more of a team since the beginning of the season.
Thank you, Alex. Nice talking to you today.
This week on the news, we're spotlighting Miss Crace's Algebra 2 class. They do amazing things in this class, and here's Miss Crace to tell us what's coming up in this upcoming week.
So next week in Algebra 2, we're going to be starting to build catapults. And we've done this in our unit called quadratics. So we're talking about the shape that an object, the graph object makes as it, it leaves the catapult, flies up in the air, and finally hits the ground. And that's a quadratic shape with concave down quadratic. And so we are going to build these catapults by hand. Each student gets to be selected with a partner, maybe a group of 3 or 4. They're going to design and create their own mini catapults. And I'm going to bring in some M&Ms and some Skittles, and we're going to basically start shooting these candies across the hallway floor, maybe in the gym floor, some in the library. And our objective is to get some data. We're going to track how long the candy stays in the air, how long until the candy hits the ground, the distance the candy actually gets shot. And these students are going to take that data and actually create an equation, a quadratic equation, a function from their own data. So we're going to have different equations per group. And they're going to use that equation to predict how far they think that their candy, their Skittle or M&M, can actually fly or stay in the air. And then on the last day of this catapult lab, we're actually going to compete. And the group that gets closest to their prediction, closest to their targeted prediction, actually is going to win. And so this applies to Algebra 2 because it's a quadratic unit. They have to complete the square, which we're working on in the class right now, to actually write the quadratic equation. So we're trying to put all this stuff together to actually answer the question of how is this ever used in real life. And so I know we don't always use catapults. We have new things for that, but it's interesting to see that, you know, a catapult can actually apply to what we're doing right now. So that's my next week.
As you can see, the sophomore and junior lockers have been taken for repair just like the senior lockers were at the beginning of the year. The senior lockers are now back, and we will keep you updated when the sophomore and junior lockers will return.
The first ESS of the new 9 weeks will be February the 7th. Come so you can make up, catch up, and move up.
Mr. P, I understand that you're the STLP coach this year. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, well, this is my second year as coach. STLP is the Student Technology Leadership Program, and it gives students an opportunity to work with technology, learn about technology throughout our school and our community. A lot of the projects are community-based, and they are to reach out to community. So, for example, our Tech Teach group does camps to work with students here in our school and elementary students to teach them about Word document, PowerPoint, Excel, those types of things. Our 3D Blackboard group does tutorials with 3D printing and Blackboard for our students and staff here at Betsy Lane. And our Bobcat Broadcast does the school news and works with the App Challenge and the Follow It Challenge, other challenges that helps our school.